Hi there, my name is Kathy Topping and I help businesses and entrepreneurs to get more clients through the power of online funnels. So in this series of videos, I'm breaking down some different types of funnels to try and pull down maybe some of the overwhelm or the confusion or the fear indeed that you might have around the idea of setting up funnels in your business. So on day one, I talked about the on-demand video funnel, which is a video that you put onto your website. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that might be familiar to you, but it might not, and it's called a lead magnet funnel. Now we're talking about in the context of getting more clients through a service-based business, and how it looks is this. You create some sort of valuable content for your ideal clients. Ideally, it's something that you give to your paid clients, some sort of resource that you use to work through the solution that you provide to your clients. And then you take that bit of your paid offer and you turn it into something free that you give away to people in return for their email address. And then you set up a sequence of emails to nurture, build a relationship and encourage them to then take that next step with you, which quite often is getting on a call or booking some sort of appointment. So that's the simple kind of high-level overview explanation. There are lots of different ways that you can implement this in your business. For example, you don't have to ask for an email in return for sharing your free information. And in fact, people are getting quite savvy about this, and it's increasingly getting hard for particularly online business owners to make this kind of funnel work. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work. There's a few elements here that you can put in place to make sure that it is something that's going to be viable for you. So one example of doing this is not asking for an email address. So you can interact with people in a different way. You can use things like Facebook Messenger. You can make connections on LinkedIn. Then you ask if they want to see the freebie that you've got. If they say yes, you send them the link to a page where you're hosting the information. And then you can just follow up with them directly because you've already started that conversation one-on-one through a social media platform. This works quite well because you're not relying on them opening their emails. And this could be a really time-efficient way to move people through the process quickly. It's also a good way of doing it if you're not 100% sure that what you're offering is what your audience wants. So a big mistake that people make is they assume they know what their audience is looking for, so they spend the time and the resources on creating this freebie that nobody really wants. So again, by being a bit more proactive with social media, you can get it in front of lots of eyeballs quickly, get some feedback, and if people are not really engaging with it or aren't really taking that next step with you as a result of that freebie, then the feedback is probably it's not quite right, so maybe you need to go back and try something else. Also, through this process of communicating with the people that you have reached out to proactively on Facebook or on LinkedIn, you can ask them, okay, if this wasn't good, what would help you? I think the thing with funnels and any sort of online marketing is people think that it takes the human element out of what we're doing, and it doesn't, and it shouldn't. If you stop thinking about funnels as this idea of dehumanizing your audience and think of it as an efficient way to start communications with people that you know you can help and keep that idea at the front of everything that you're doing, then you don't need to be scared by this idea of a funnel. Now, once you've got your freebie worked out, once you know that you've got something that's really valuable to your audience, then yes, you can start looking at ways to maybe automate this process a bit. Now, there are good reasons for this, and again, it's not about dehumanizing the process. One good reason is that you are a human, you are not a robot. And so we've only got so many hours in the day. If you find something that works in your business and then you can automate that process, what you're doing is giving yourself the space to be able to grow your own business. Or if growth isn't what you're about, you just want a certain income level and you want it to just not be stressful, then again, you can take this process and you can automate some parts of it. So that ultimately the main thing that you're doing is talking to people, working out if it's a good fit, and then fulfilling whatever it is that you do as your service. And the lead magnet funnel is a really, really good way to let people try what it is that you offer before either of you commit to getting on the phone or taking the conversation to that next level. Okay, so that was today's simple funnel. Let me know if you've got any questions. I think The issue can be for a lot of small business owners is that these ideas can be, you feel like they have to be really complicated to work. They really don't. Keep it simple. Keep your customer front and center, and the rest kind of just takes care of itself.